welcome back to Miss Craig's classroom. Thank you for joining our math lesson today on addition and subtraction strategies. Our learning goal is I am learning to add and subtract, and our success criteria is I will be successful when I can use my fingers, counters or a number line to add or subtract. Today we are going to be focusing on those simple strategies that younger students can use to solve addition and subtraction questions. I would say this is a lesson that is more focused on grade 2 students and below, because as you start progressing up the years, you would be developing more efficient written and mental strategies. So fingers, counters, number lines, those are the kind of things that I would be expecting preps and grade 1s to be utilising. That being said, let's break down some of these strategies that younger students can utilise to solve addition and subtraction equations. Alright, our first strategy is actually using our fingers. This is probably the first strategy that children are ever taught. Let's have a look at some examples. Our first problem is 4 plus 5. Something to mention is that an addition problem can be reversed. For example, 4 plus 5 is the same as 5 plus 4. In this case though, it is written 4 plus 5. Because addition problems can be reversed, the first thing we want to do when looking at a problem is identify which is the larger number. In this case, it is 5, so I'm actually going to start with 5 fingers up. Then I'm going to add 4 more, counting from 1 as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I'm going to do is all together count my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another way to do this, once you have the previous skill, is to put 4 fingers up but count from 5 as you go. So I know I can start at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is much quicker. Sometimes we have a problem like 12 plus 3. First, identify if it is an addition or subtraction problem. In this case, 12 plus 3 is an addition problem. I can tell by the plus symbol in between the numbers. Which number should we start at? Yes, we should start at 12. What I want you to do is put 3 fingers up and starting at 12, add those 3 on. So 13, 14, 15. Good job. What about 15 plus 5? Which is the bigger number? 15 is the bigger number, so I'm going to start my counting there, but I am going to put up 5 fingers. Then I'm going to start counting by 1 from 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now let's practice addition and subtraction using objects. Starting with addition, 8 plus 2. Get out the highest number of counters, so in this case 8. Now add 2 more. Now let's count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So altogether we have 10 counters. However, that took long. We started from 1 and counted all the way up to 10. Don't forget, if you start with 8, as you add your 2 more, count up. 9, 10. Much quicker. What about 12 plus 7? I know I have 10 counters here, so 11, 12 is my first number. Now I'm going to add 7 more, so 12, and then I'm going to get 7 out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 12 plus 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now subtraction. 12 take away 5. Let's start with 12 counters and then take away 5. Remember, count as you go, it is much quicker. So I'm going to get 12 out, so going quickly I'm going to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Here I have 12 counters, now I'm going to take away 5. Instead of having to count the remainder, I'm going to count down from 12. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. How many counters do I have left? Yes, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's look at 8 take away 2. This was 7, I'll add 1 more to make it 8. 8 take away 2, 8, 7, how many is left? Yes, 6. Well done. The last strategy is using a number line. Now a number line is exactly as it sounds, a straight, normally horizontal line with numbers placed at equal intervals. It can start and end at any point, but understand that it has the potential to be extended indefinitely. That means that if my number line ended at 10, it could theoretically be expanded to 11 or 12 or 20 or 100, as long as the intervals are of equal length. A perfect example of this is a ruler. Each number is a centimetre apart. Now I rated my school supplies before I left for school holidays, so these are some pre-made number lines I had in my classroom. On one side I have a blank number line that I could add the intervals in myself, and on the other I actually have 20 intervals. So I'm going to actually number this number line from 0 to 20. My students actually have these on their name tags at school, which I find really handy as well. I'll include a photo of one now. Families obviously won't have these pre-made number lines at home, but you can simply create your own one by drawing a straight line as your base and then roughly equal intervals throughout. Now I can use this in the same way that I would use counters or my fingers. So addition first. The problem, 3 plus 4. Start at the bigger number, which is 4. Getting in this habit now is good because when it comes to equations like 3 plus 217, you don't want to be starting at the number 3. So today I'm going to be starting at the number 4, even though it is 3 plus 4. What I'm going to do now is do 3 jumps forward. 1, 2, 3. What number have I landed on? Yes, 7. So 4 plus 3 is 7. How about the equation 7 plus 13? Start at the bigger number, which is 13. Do 7 jumps forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What number have I landed on? Yes, 20. Now subtraction. This time instead of jumping forwards, we are going to be jumping backwards. So 6 take away 4. We cannot reverse this, so we are starting at 6, taking away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What number have I landed on? 2. Well done. How about 17 take away 9? Start at 17 and jump back 9 intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What number have I landed on? Yes, 8. Alright, now some activities you can do at home to practice. The first activity would be to create a set of hands. Now, stick with me here. You could trace your hands now. Let me try the other side. Ooh, I am a right-hander, so this is difficult. Oh, that was a long finger. So I have my 2 hands here. You can really tell the difference between my right hand and my left hand. And the next step would be to cut these hands out. Instead of using your own hands that I showed you in our lesson, you could use these. This could be really fun and it could be a really interesting craft activity. Glitter hands. Now I didn't have counters here, they're actually still at school, but I did have those MAB blocks, the little squares that I used as counters. You probably don't have counters at home, so that could be another activity, is creating those counters. Instead of just glitter hands, you can have glitter and rainbow counters. Parents, don't hate me. Next, you could create your own number lines. You could do this in so many ways. You could just simply do it on a piece of paper. You could do it down the hallway in sticky notes. You could draw a chalk number line all the way down your driveway and step it out instead of doing the jumps with your finger. Take a snap if you do it and send it to me at Miss Craig's Classroom _ on Instagram. I would love to see what you guys are getting up to. Once you have completed any of these activities, the hands, the counters, the number line, start practicing those simple addition and subtraction equations. Once again, you can just roll dice, you can flip cards over to give you random numbers. You could just simply ask an adult or an older sibling to write down random equations for you. When I'm planning my lessons, all I do is just think of 2 random numbers to add or subtract, and it's just as simple as that. That being said, if you are selecting these numbers at random, when it comes to subtraction, make sure you are subtracting the smaller number from the larger number. So we don't want equations like 7 take away 13. 13 is the larger number, so just put that one at the front. 13 take away 7. Alright guys, that is the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Were you successful? Can you use your fingers, counters, or a number line to add or subtract? Thank you again for joining me here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so that every time I upload you are notified. I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you soon. Bye!